Hey everybody, I'm here today talking about people with issues. Since I have graduated from high school, I have noticed some change in some of the people I went to school with. Some of the people graduated before me, with me, and after me. I understand that after every graduation, every student will go, every student will go their own separate ways in life. When I see people out and about, and I remember you from when I was growing up, I'm going to speak in my blood to speak to people. It's in my blood to speak to people, not to walk around with my head up thinking I'm better than people just because we're out of high school. It looks like if I roll up on some of the people I remember from the younger days, they seem to have an attitude, a problem with me. They act really rude towards me. They act like the problem they are having since they have been out of high school is all my fault. Or they may think I have caused some problems in their life. I'm gonna be real with y'all. As a young boy, I had to overcome a lot of sickness, and I had to undergo a lot of surgeries. Therefore, when I was able to return to school, the Ashdown Junior High School welcomed me back with open arms. Though all my sickness, through all my sickness, they was able to send all my schoolwork to the hospital where I was so I wouldn't fall behind. So the teachers at Ashdown Junior High School stayed in contact with the teachers at Children's Hospital in Little Rock, Arkansas. They all they sent was my math and English. I remember asking my mother and the teachers at Children's Hospital, they why don't they send my other subjects like my science and my history? My mother told me that math and English was my basic subjects. She said I needed them in order to pass. So when I returned to the seventh grade, the other classes I had to take was my history and science and geography. There was a lot of parents wondering why they didn't throw him in special ed. I guess because the number of classes they had me taking, or because a lot of my classmates used to help me to my classes because my balance at the time was not good. They would let me leave class 15 minutes before it was over because they thought I would fall down while changing classes with other students. From the time I made it back to school in the seventh grade up until now in adult life, I have accomplished and done a lot in my life. I have shocked I was shocked that when I made it back to school, see that a lot of these students was not doing too good at all in their school or in their everyday life outside school. Some of them got held back in the same grade due to lack of performance in the classroom. In junior high and high school, there was 2 students who brought guns to school. There was a young man who brought drugs to school. Some of the young girls started in the 7th grade getting pregnant. Some girls have a full scholarship waiting on them when time for graduation, but let a no good ass boy say the words, I love you, then the girls would just put their dreams on hold and forget all about the scholarship. The same with the young men. The older generation turned the younger generation to drugs, crime, and violence. Others trying to convince them to further their education. Had one mother who hated that another young lady was named Valerie Victorian of her high school and not her daughter. All right, then I'm going to wrap this up for today.